Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Ferdbird the Nerd with another comic book market report for you guys. It is December, first week of December, 2024. We're getting into the end of the new year and the holiday season. So you're going to see a lot of dips in comic books. I'm going to be listing some comic books actually today just to free up some cash and just to get rid of some stuff before the end of the year and take some of the losses. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this report. If you guys could do me a favor, click that like button, subscribe, tell all your friends about it. I'll keep doing these until I don't know, I get bored of it or you guys stop watching it. But without further ado, let's get into it. Happy Thanksgiving to you all, whether you be in Canada, America, or Switzerland. I know they celebrate Thanksgiving over there. They don't, but anyway. Yeah, let's get into the show. So first book, Venom War #5. This kind of has for me, like I just thought it was a really fun read. If you're not reading the Venom War series that just came out 5 months ago, it's a really great read. Super fun. I think Disney or whomever, Fox, whatever you want to call it, is really trying to dig into this narrative of Venom and really trying to see what consumers think of Venom and just trying to put more great writers into Venom and great, just great content into Venom. See what happens. This is the first appearance of the new gold outfit. Now, spoilers, if you haven't read the 5th issue, this cover is the one to get. This is cover A, I believe. It's going for $10 to $15 on the secondary market for right now. I can't wait for the 6th issue. Again, if you guys aren't reading Venom War, I mean, go on to your bookstores and go read it. Go online, do something. But it's a great comic book. I really do enjoy the story. It's one of my, kind of LCS. Bring me some good stuff. Monsters #1, the Bridezilla variant specifically. This is still going nuts. Mark Spears is on, a rocket ship to fandom. I think this is a great cover of the year candidate, and the money behind it is showing that. I wonder if this is caught fire because of a smaller imprint comic book and, obscure, quote unquote, not really obscure, but like not very well known artist that just blew up after this monster series, which if you haven't read, like, I know the covers are great, but the interior art is just as good. It's a really good story. I haven't picked up the 2nd issue because I can't get it. So that just tells you how well the series is doing. $200 for this. I think a few weeks ago when this came out, FLC, this was going for like $100, $78, I think, and now it's shot back up to 200. So we'll see what happens when those 9/8s come out of CGC 4 months later because they are taking forever to do so. Next book, Old School, Spawn #1, 9.8. I just ran across this a couple IG sales and a couple just eBay sales. $80 to $100 I saw this go for. I think in 20 years this is going to hold its value. I don't think it's going to double or triple, but it's always going to hold value. I know there's 1,800,000 copies of this book, but I think even at 9.8, I think the smart thing to do is to get this submitted to CGC, get it pressed, get a 9.8 out of it, and get it signed by Mr. Tom McFarlane. And just keep that in your collection. The funny thing about this book, this is kind of your flip idea of the week. You guys already might know this, but Spawn 1 9.8s, regardless of like newsstand or cover, whatever. There's like 18 different covers of this. The direct edition, though, goes for like $400 to $500 if it's a 9.8 signed by Todd McFarlane. So if you're thinking about it, you get this book, hold on to it, or get a couple of them. Spend $80 to $100 on a few copies. Wait till Tom McFarlane signings come through because it always does. Get those submitted like next day delivery because in some cases he won't sign. And just get a bunch of 9.8 signed by him and then flip them and keep the one if you want to, or sell all of them. That would equate to, let's see, per signing it's about $130. You get this for $100, that's $230, sell it for $5. I mean, that's double your profit. That's easy money, man. That's easy flip. And you can get a grail. It's kind of sticking to the Tom McFarlane kind of esque ASM 300. I'm kind of late on this. I made these slides on Monday, and then Key Collector came out with a report on the top 10 back issue books, and this is one of the books that they did. $420 for an 8.5 direct. I thought that was really expensive. The kind of crazy marquee sale I saw was a McFarlane Stan Lee sign of 9.8, sold for $6K with multiple bids on that. That was not a best offer. I didn't confirm with the seller if they actually paid. This is what I also thought was kind of interesting. 9.0s go for $500, so an $80 premium over an 8.5 direct. The newsstands are obviously the ones to get. I prefer the Chromium personally. just because like I've never been like a huge fan of this book. I didn't hated it, but I just, I think I could say that Venom is probably my one character that I go to the comic store and look forward to a new story. But for some reason I just thought, the first appearance of Venom, it's always going to hold value, but I've just never been like a seeker of it. So anyway, there you go. ASM 300, great book. Going independent, Invincible number 100. This is the Century issue of this great series. This is the Chromium version, by the way. So I picked specifically the Chromium version. $20 for a near mint copy. I thought that was pretty fair. 9/8 go for $125. So like if you get a really nice Chromium version, get a 9.8 out of it, it's double your money. Maybe you get this book for 15. It's not really well known as far as I think people don't really know about the Chromium version of this, but there are multiple covers of this of the 100 issue. And Invincible's kind of in a lull because there hasn't been a new show coming out. Hasn't really been a new comic book, so this might be a good opportunity with the holiday season coming in. Knights of the Old Republic number 9. I posted this on my Instagram, but I wanted to post it here as well. $200 for a 9.6 and $550 for a 9.8. Now, I had an 8.5, had to press over to my homie Chungy, I think. Yeah, he did that. Pressed it into a 9.6, which was amazing. And yeah, I sold this for about $250 to $300. I can't remember, but that $550 level, I'm not going to talk about Epidemic, but I am. That was insane when it went for in 2K back in the day. Had some people kind of think that, that Revan, with whatever Disney's doing and like trying to get their act together, like they'll never, come to Revan will never see the big screen. But I think if there's enough fandom with the new game coming out and people really latch on to the new Knights of the Republic revamp, you could see Revan, right, come to the fold. I don't know about the licensing issues with Dark Horse and Lucasfilm, Disney, but if you want to do it right, Disney, man, do Revan. The fans want to see it. He's a great character to kind of introduce. Him or Darth Bane. Those are my two favorite picks. Immortal Hulk number 1. This is like a I would say COVID darling. I think this came out kind of the same year that Donny Cates had his run on Venom. But Immortal Hulk number 1, 9.8s go for about $100, which I think actually this market is kind of expensive. I was kind of shocked by that. I would think this goes for like 60. Probably one of the best series of the past 10 years I've read. It was super confusing at first, and then you kind of reread it, but it made you want to reread it, and the art was just awesome. All these Alex Ross covers were phenomenal, and I feel like this was the first series that I really started to pick up on second, third, fourth, fifth prints as far as value and flipping them back in the day. But this was Al Ewing's coming out party for sure. There's a little bit of controversy in the later issues, but also the 1 in 25 you can snatch for about $300. So if you're a lover of those ratio variants, $300, that's pretty stable for a modern book that's come out in the past 6 years. And then I got one more after this. Resident Evil number 1, the magazine variant, or the magazine comic book, whatever you want to call it. This is a hard comic book or magazine to get a high grade in. It's got a lot of thumbprints. I would recommend if you're trying to get, a high grade, get this into a presser that can get rid of those fingerprints, those finger indentations, and have them roll it out. $299 for a set of 1 through 5. That was an LK condition, but an 8.5 went for $150, which that was pretty low. Just because there's not a lot of 9.8s or 9.0s in the census, I thought 150 was pretty low. Just because magazines are so hard to get a high grade in. And right before I go into the last issue here, just want to thank everyone for their support lately. I've been kind of tailoring back my social media presence on YouTube, but I do appreciate everyone's support. Hit that like button, subscribe, tell all your friends about this. Keep rewatching these shows. I'll keep doing them. And last but not least, never mind. That was the last book. But yeah, kind of a short list today. I only had 8 books to talk about, and I gotta get going and take care of some stuff here. But again, thanks again for watching. Thank you for support. We'll see you next time. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow with a video game market report.